from beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Miami Dolphins.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10-10 at their own 30-yard line.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Room here to run. And all the way down to the 29. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And oh, right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Not only a fumble lost there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to get them out to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Call call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Play action, now it's Tua. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Tua now on 1st down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Another Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down at 7. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score. There's nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the 10. Ooh, with a juke. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Now, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
32, the ball carrier.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On 2nd down, Tua under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
For the Dolphin field goal, a 59-yard attempt.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. On the crossing route, complete. That's Fuller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
15-yard line.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Tua, fast pass outside complete. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he? He's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss. Gets his confidence back up, and who knows? They may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now he's going to go up top over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Tagovailoa, and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate.
The 35-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Tua. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Intended for Will.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
For the Dolphin field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And it won't be a pick six, but he will have his guys set up at the 2-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Oh.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Dolphins add on to their lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Dolphins 20, Bears nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
20-yard line.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That's good.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
First, so many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They'll run here with Robinson. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
He was brought down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 3 yards on 1st, 4 on 2nd, and now 5 on 3rd down. Move the sticks. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. James Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
It's taken to the 26. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On play action, here's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
14 on the play. It's second down.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Let's go.
Looking left side, and it's complete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. will become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
On second down, it's Robinson. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Noah Igbenogany that time up to make the play defensively. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down, Chicago.
They'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
To number 48.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears get a bit closer. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Makes the score Dolphins 27, Bears 7. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? You just pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Pardon me, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start with a give to Cohen, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
2nd and 11. Trying to improvise. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they give this time to the tailback. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a 3rd.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
The wide receiver, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings
from the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brandon Jones picking it off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Will Dissly, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Second and 9 now. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Looking to throw. And now here is another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will be a Bears 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
The tackle made at the 44.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Tua. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
10 at the 44-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, QB's trash. Let's go.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, check, nigga. Watch the safety creep. Undercrush.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Going for the deep ball. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And it's caught. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
Yeah, I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked up by Xavier Howard. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Good. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Go red. Mike 3, Mike 3. Combo. I'm coming.
On 1st down, it's Robinson, and he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
It's going to be a long day. Mike 3, Mike 3.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football.
A gain of
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Sanders' kick is good, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
at their own 16-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the...
That's caught at the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught.